Everyone, good day. So for today's report, I choose to report three topics. So first is transaction processing system. The second is management information system, and the last is decision support system. So for the transaction processing system, so it is an information processing in computer science that is divided into individual, invisible operations called transactions. So each transactions must succeed or fail as a complete unit. So it can never be only partially complete. So for example, when you purchase a book from an online bookstore, you exchange money in the form of credit for a book. So if your credit is good, a series of related operations ensures that you get the book and the bookstore gets your money. However, if a single operations in the series fails during the exchange, so the entire exchange fails. You do not get the book and the bookstore does not get your money. So the technology responses for making the exchange balanced and predictable in called transaction processing. So transactions ensure that data-oriented resources are not permanently updated unless all operations within the transactions unit complete successfully. So by combining a set of related operations into a unit that either completely succeeds or completely fails. So one can simplify error recovery and make one's application more reliable. So a transaction processing system consists of computer hardware and software hosting a transaction-oriented application that performs the routine transactions necessary to conduct business. So example, include systems that manage sales order entry, airline reservations, payroll, employee records, manufacturing, and shipping. Since most, though not necessarily all, transaction processing today is interactive, the term is often treated as synonymous with online transaction processing. Let's proceed to the types of transaction processing system or TPS. So there are a few major types of transaction processing system, including first is order processing, second is accounting processing, and the last is purchasing processing. So for the order processing systems, it is critical to many organizations. For example, when a customer order is received, this puts into motion a series of actions within the company. So check inventory, find the physical items in the warehouse, fill the order, create an invoice, and ship the other. So all these individuals events are tracked by transaction processing system. So I have here an example of order processing system. There are customer order entry or sales configuration, then shipment planning, shipment execution, invoicing, then inventory, routing, and scheduling. So that is example also for order processing system. For the second types of TPS, we have here the accounting systems. So the accounting system track the flow of data associated with all the cash flows in an organization. So for example, when the invoice is created for the customer order, so this is added to the customer's account. Another is when the invoice is paid, this information is used to update the account information. So that's the accounting system. So guys, for the accounting system example, I have here customer, accounts receivable, general ledger to budget. Then asset management, accounts payable to down to budget. Then I also have here payroll, then payroll for employees. So that's the accounting systems. Next guys, for the last types of TPS, it is purchasing systems. So in purchasing system, it supports functions such as inventory control, purchase order processing, and receiving, and accounts payable. I have here an example of purchase order processing system. So here are raw materials, packing materials, spare parts, inventory control down to purchase order processing, then receiving, accounts payable, then we have here supplier and employee. So that's the example of purchase order processing system. Guys, in accounts payable, an accounts payable purchase journal. So it's generated by the accounts payable application. This report summarizes an organization's bill paying activities for a particular period. Now we are going to accounts receivable. So a account receivable statement is generated by the accounts receivable application. So a bill is sent to a customer, then usually monthly or weekly. So and details item purchase, dates of purchase, and amounts due. So guys, I have here an image example of TPS. For the inputs, source documents such as customer orders, invoices, purchased orders, etc. serves as input to the TPS. For the processing, once the inputs are provided, they are further processed to get an output. So from the input going to processing. And the third is storage. So it ledgers serves as a source of storage. Last is the output. So any documents generated is termed as output. So that's from inputs to processing, then storage, down to output. So guys, we're going now to the advantages and the disadvantages of transaction processing system or TPS. So for the advantages guys, it processes data regularly. Then second is it high degree of accuracy and integrity. Third is produces routine reports. Fourth is helps in maintaining customers' loyalty. And the last is gains competitive advantages. So for the disadvantages, performing multiple operations at once, central to the business, problems related to security and hardware. And the last is too much consolidated. So that's the advantages and disadvantages of transaction processing system or TPS. So for the conclusion, first transaction happens when two people make an exchange and collecting data about it called transaction processing. So transaction processing is collecting, storing, modifying, and retrieving the transactions of an organization. Then the second is transaction system is important to answer routine questions and it helps to conduct business such as payroll, employee, record keeping, or paying an employee. So the last is it's important to store the data of the transactions safe and protected because transaction generally involves an exchange of many money, which is critical to any organizations. So that's my brief report about transaction processing system. So for the management information system, or MIS, so an MIS is a system designed to manage information within a company or organization. So this includes employees, departments, projects, clients, finances, and other type of data. At its most general level, an MIS may include non-computer-based elements such as the structural hierarchy of an organization. However, in the computing world, an MIS typically refers to the hardware and software used to manage information. So, the hardware required for a management information system can vary widely depending on the size and data processing requirements of an organization. So, a small business, for example, may only need a single machine to store information such as employee data, projects, and invoices. So, a large business may require several systems that allow employees to share data securely across multiple locations. So, data stored in an MIS is often backed in multiple locations for redundancy. Of course, hardware must have the appropriate system installed to assist in the management information system. So, some common functions of MIS software include employee record keeping, invoicing, inventory management, project planning, customer relationship management, and business analysis. So some software programs are designed for specific tasks such as maintaining financial records or backing up data. Other programs are designed to the comprehensive solutions that perform multiple MIS functions in a single software package. So for examples of MIS software include Microsoft Dynamics, Fleetmatics Work, Clarity Professional MIS, and Tharnstern Limited. So MIS programs designed specifically for the graphics and print industry include Avanti, Slingshot, EFI, Pace, and DDS Acura. So most MIS software programs are available as desktop applications through many solutions now include web-based interfaces and mobile apps as well. So to clearly understand the meaning of management information system, these explain the three words which are first is management. So the management, it means about managing the organization. They are the one who makes decision, plan, and control things or people to achieve the goals and objectives of an organization. So second is for information. So the information gathering information is very important to the company. So information means a process of data. It is worth because it affects behavior and decision that will help the management about planning and making decisions for a successful of their organizations. So the third is system. So the system helps the information to process the data. System has an input, output, and feedback that are working together to give right details needed by the management. So these are the three words give the right information to the organization in order to assist them in making decisions. So let's go to the characteristics of MIS. So first is clear decision. So the role of the managers is to give clear information to the employees. So if you're a good manager, you are expert in spreading useful information of MIS, providing a clearly direction to bring the team into successful result of the project. Second is completeness. Effective management provides complete information. So the data quality is very important for the success of your business. So that's why it is necessary also to achieve complete and accurate information to lead decisions that have anticipated effects. So for the usefulness, management who are using management information system will improve their performance because it have detailed information in terms of making decision and having a particular purpose in your organization can create a productive team. So the MIS should have made useful information that is easily accessed. So for the relevance, it brings them closer to their goal and it fulfills the information needed. What is important in the team is a connection to each other, which they can also apply information that are meaningful of making decision. So understandable. So management information system is already in summarized form of information that receive can understand and interpret is it correctly. So the goal of MIS is to make the users understand the access information that can be usable in their project. So successful business decision is compressed with these 5 characteristics that will help you maintain the good quality and good performance of your business. So the important thing just have to remember is have a goal focus which come out into clarity on your objectives that you strive for your organization. So there are types of MIS. So there are types of management information system that made the enhance to communication among employees and managers. So their types are: first is transaction processing system, second is management information system, decision support system, executive information system. So a transaction processing system, it involves and collects and recovering of all the transaction data to support the management operations. So for my conclusion, MIS are made for a speedy access to accurate data and to help the managers achieve their goals. So management information system is so useful in the organization, which it creates an impact on the organization's performance. So functions and of course productivity. So in an organization, managers has to take decision, and management information system is a good help to support them in making decision by providing information at various stage of decision making. So we have here another example for management information system. So information system manages people, networking, communication, information, data, hardware, technology, and software. So that is management information system. So, for the decision support system, a decision support systems or DSS are interactive computer-based systems that enable people to use IT communications, data, documents, knowledge, and models to solve problems and make decisions. So DSS are intended to improve and speed up the processes by which people make and communicate decisions. However, they are designed to be auxiliary systems instead of replacing skilled decision makers. So refers to a class of system which support the process of making decisions. So it is an interactive computer-based system which facilitates solution to semi-structural problems. So the main application areas of DDS are management and planning in business. So healthcare, the military, and any area in which management will encounter complex decision making. So according to Field, a decision support system is an interactive data processing and display system which is used to assist in a concurrent decision-making process and subject to the following characteristics. So it is sufficiently user-friendly system. Second is it displays its information in a format and terminology which is similar to the user. And the last is it is selective in its provision of information and avoid information load of user. So the evolution. Gorby and Scott Morton entered types of business problems into their grid. The horizontal dot line through the middle of the grid is significant. So it separates a problem that had been successfully solved with computer assistance from those problems that had not been subjected to computer processing. So the upper area was named structured decision system and the lower area was named decision support system. So the characteristics of decision support system is the ability to support complex problems. It is designed for either a particular decision maker or a group of decision makers. And the third is consistent and objective decisions. And the fourth is cost savings. And the last is it contains mainly in database. So another is improving materials efficiency. It is a way to organize information, facilitates communication, supports semi-structured decision making, and permits managers to test the probable results. So there are 4 components for decision support system. So first is database, second is decision models, third is statistic and manipulation, and the last is display. So the functions of DSS are mainly 5 functions. So first is model building, what if analysis, goal seeking, risk analysis, and graphical analysis. So functions, the functions of DSS. Model building is the process of identifying the most appropriate model for solving the problem. So what if analysis? It is the process of assessing the impact of changes to model variables. So the values of the variables or the relationship among the variables. The last is goal seeking. It is the process of determining the input values required to achieve certain goal. So goal seeking, it is the process of determining input values required to achieve certain goal. So for the risk analysis is a function of DSS that allows managers to assess the risk associated with various alternatives. Then the graphical analysis. Graphical analysis helps managers to quickly digest large volume of data and visualize the impact of various course of action. So the classification of DSS. There are 7 categories of DSS. First is file drawer system. Second is data analysis system. Then the third is analysis information system. Fourth is accounting models. Fifth is representation model. Sixth is optimizing models and suggestion models. So there are also modern classification of DSS. First is model-driven DSS, data-driven DSS, communication-driven DSS, document-driven DSS, and knowledge-driven DSS. For DSS users, so SA Alter identified 4 distinct usage patterns for DSS. First is subscription mode, terminal mode, clerk mode, and intermediary mode. So methods for developing DSS. In order to develop a DSS, 3 methods are used. So first is DSS generator, second is DSS shell, third is custom-made software. So the DSS generator, software that helps user to build decision support system, are termed as DSS generators. So for the DSS shells, a DSS shells is a program used to build a customized DSS. Then the custom-made software, it is developed by an organization which is committed to DSS technology. So a group decision support system or GDSS. DSS that support the group decision making are called group decision support system. So GDSS are computer-based information system that facilitate the exchange of ideas and information among group members. So factors for achieving successful DSS. First is commitment from the top management. Second is availability of accurate and reliable. Another definitions of decision support system. So decision support system provides interactive and hook support for the decision-making process of managers and other business professionals. For example, product pricing. For examples, first is product pricing, second is profitability forecasting, and the last is risk analysis system, and etc. So I have here an example of pyramid for decision support system. So from operational management, operating managers and self-directed teams, up to tactical management, it is a business unit managers and self-directed teams, and then up to strategic planning executives and director. So that's the decision support system pyramid. So in a conclusion, for decision support systems are a class of subsystem of a management information system which support analysis, planners, managers in the decision-making process. So now DSS are used all over the world by public, private, and government agency to solve the complex and data-intensive problems. So thank you guys for listening to my report. I hope you understand well, And bye. Take care.